In this video, we're going to be looking at some of the new changes to Boardmaker and making that transition from Boardmaker Online to Boardmaker 7. As part of it, we'll look at the different components that make up Boardmaker 7. So first, what happened to Boardmaker Online? Those of you who are Boardmaker Online users have probably noticed that you can no longer create, edit, or play activities from the Boardmaker website anymore. This is because Adobe Flash is no longer supported, and those components of Boardmaker required Flash to function. So the online editor and the student center that allowed students to play activities through the web have both been taken off of the Boardmaker website because they were broken when Adobe Flash stopped working. So that occurred in November. Boardmaker rolled out this new version of the program, and then in December, Flash went away. So any bits of it that may have been left on the web stopped functioning and were taken down. Because Flash went away, Boardmaker rolled out a new version of their software called Boardmaker 7. It's an updated version of Boardmaker that eliminated the use of Flash. Boardmaker 7 has to be installed on your computer and does not work through the web. And we'll get into that a little bit more, but there's 3 different components of Boardmaker 7. 2 of them are installed software, so the installed editor and the student center. And then there's also the website, which used to be Boardmaker Online, that still contains certain parts of the program. So looking at the first installed portion of Boardmaker 7, it's the Boardmaker editor. This I think of as like the teacher version of Boardmaker. It's installed on your computer, and once it's installed, you don't have to be online to edit or play activities as long as you've downloaded those activities to your computer. So when you open Boardmaker 7, you'll be able to see activities that you created in Boardmaker Online. And if you want to do anything with them, you have to download them, and then you can open them in this Boardmaker 7 editor to edit or to play them for your students. The Boardmaker 7 editor allows you to create new activities, edit existing activities, and play activities. It also lets you edit activities to go, so those activities that you could download from the Boardmaker website that are pre-made by Boardmaker, you can edit those within this new installed software. The Boardmaker 7 editor also integrates with the Boardmaker website, so the new website is myboardmaker.com. And there are portions of the Boardmaker 7 editor. If you click on the community tab in that installed software, it will actually open a browser window and take you to the website so that you can access those shared activities. For those of you who have used Boardmaker Studio in the past, Boardmaker 7 is very similar, at least this editor portion of it. It's that installed software where you're making activities. Some of the differences, though, are it looks a little different, and that web integration. So if I create an activity in Boardmaker 7 editor, it will auto sync and save up to the cloud. So it's saved on my computer and online. So I can always pull it down and access it from another computer later on. The next portion of our 3 components of Boardmaker 7 is the Boardmaker 7 website. So the new website is myboardmaker.com. And it contains many of the same features from Boardmaker Online. So if you look at the screenshot here, the homepage looks very similar. The main difference, if you click on any of these buttons on the website, so if you click on Create Activity, it's going to open that editor software on your computer if you've downloaded it, and you'll be able to create and edit your activities that way. It will no longer do that through the website. So in Boardmaker 7, you can still save activities to the cloud. So anything I make in my Boardmaker 7 software will sync up with the Boardmaker website and will show up in my activities on the site. I'll still be able to access my pre-made curriculum. So those Boardmaker activities like the Reading Avenue and some of their core resources, those are all still available through the website. I just would need to download them in order to access them in either the editor or the student center. The website still allows you to assign activities and activity sets to students. So as you look at your activities on the site, you'll still see it's got that little assign student button that you're used to from Boardmaker Online. It still also allows you to view student data and track their progress. So if you go into your student tabs, You'll still have all of that student management. You'll be able to view any students who are assigned to you. And then when you view those students, you can track their progress on any performance-based activities that you've assigned to them and manage your students. So if you need to add another student to them or share them with your AT resource teacher, you can still do all of that through the website. The final portion that's still on that website is the community sharing. So under this community tab on the website, and there you'll be able to find activities that others have made, as well as share activities that you've made. So you can still access your groups. If you belong to any groups in Boardmaker Online, you can still do that. You can still search for activities that other teachers have made. And when you find that activity, you would just click the plus sign to add it to your Boardmaker, or the download button to download it onto your computer. The final section of Boardmaker 7, our third component, is the Boardmaker 7 Student Center. So in Boardmaker Online, if you had students who had Boardmaker Online accounts, they would go to a website, log in, and would access their activities that way. With this new software, it has to be installed on the computer, but for students in Fairfax County, if they're using a county computer and logging in with their FCPS login, there is a way that they can access this program through AppV or My Applications. In order to do that, you need to talk to your AT resource teacher, and they'll work with your school tech team to make sure the students who have accounts and would need to access the software have access to it through AppV. So in this installed version, students still have to have an account just as they would in Boardmaker Online. And once they open the program on their computer, they'll log in to access the activities that the teacher is assigned. This Student Center allows students to play activities that have been assigned by a teacher. So if you've gone in, created activities, and assigned them to your student, they can access them here. And it does integrate with the Boardmaker website. So as students complete activities that you've created, if it's a performance activity and tracks student data, that data will be available on the website and it will sync up. It may take a little while, so if a student completes an activity in the Student Center, it may take a few hours or maybe up to a day for their progress to show up on the website, but it will be there and you will be able to see what they did on each activity if it is a performance tracking activity. Any activity that students access through this program has to be downloaded before it's played, and there will be another video in this course going over that. But basically, the first time a student opens that activity, they'll have to download it. Then once it's downloaded, it will stay on their computer, and they can play it offline once they've done that. One other component in the Student Center is the student settings. So if you have students who are accessing this program with switches or eye gaze or through a different method other than just clicking with a mouse or a touchscreen, you would want to talk to your AT resource teacher and make sure you have the student settings set up to support that access method. I hope this helps you just get a little basic overview of some of the components of Boardmaker 7.